to cover. It's almost like
Yeah.
we have unlimited topics, and I don't know why
Yeah.
people struggle with topics.
Sitting down to figure it out. Like people just, it's ambiguous. It's creative work that like people are just not sure what to do or where to start. You know, one of the topics that we have later is called sales church. You know, one thing about all these fake gurus that we watch.
Hey, stop!
This is incredible.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Anand. Welcome back to the VidGrowth channel. I got my co-host over here, Amish Patel.
What up?
And we're just recording another one of our strategy sessions, and we record these because there's so much content we cover on each one of these calls that we thought, hey, why not share it with everyone? So
Yeah.
how are you doing, Amish? It's the new year. It's already like 1 week into the new year. Wow.
2021. Yeah, we're already deep in. Trump's already started like a new riot today. I mean, it's 2021. It's got big shoes to fill, and it's coming in swinging. You know what I'm saying? It's coming in hot, and it's gonna be a rock and roll year. I'm very glad that we are entrepreneurs. You know, we were saying before the show actually that one of the things about being an entrepreneur is that you have to be able to like be in the moment and just handle what's in front of you without having a preset system in place. And that's what the next couple of years is going to be for a lot of businesses, for a lot of like people. Whatever you were doing before COVID, might be done now. So you need to come up with some new shit. And it really is about thinking on your toes and stuff like that. So I'm excited for 2021. All that to say.
Yeah, and then today on the call, as you can see, we got a third person, John, who is our producer, and he's also going to keep us in check with our content. John is my team member. He's an expert at YouTube, and he has a couple YouTube channels himself, and he also manages a lot of my YouTube clients.
This is a dream for me, by the way. This is a dream. I've always, as a comedian, I've been dreaming of having a podcast producer to just rein me in. John, rein me in when I'm going off. Rein me in. Like right now, I just cut you off. What's up, John?
No,
sorry.
There needs to be some sort of like a bell or something that John can ring.
Well, if I start getting wild, just be like, just look at me like, Amish. You don't have to say it if I'm going 30 seconds. But before 30 seconds, just be like, hey, wag the finger. Yeah, that's good, dude. That's all I need. I'll always be like, oh man, I'm over time. In stand-up comedy, they have the light.
Level 2, more than 36. I mean, stop!
Yeah, this is great, dude. This is basically like stand-up comedy. They would do a light at the back. So when you're at 8 minutes, they flash a light. And then when you're at 10 or whatever, like however much time you're doing, if you're doing 20 minutes, they'll give you a light 2 minutes before. And they'll give you a light. And then eventually they just go, okay, get off the stage, dude. Like I've seen people be like, just get off now. You went one time when I was doing Just for Laughs, actually, they did a practice set for us because I was doing Kevin Hart's show the next day. We did a practice set. And I just kept going. I don't know. They didn't light me. I didn't see a light. I didn't see it. So I was supposed to do a 7-minute set for Kevin Hart. At my practice set, I did 20 minutes. And eventually, my friend Nick Reynolds was there. And he just comes up. He's like, I didn't do 20 minutes. I did 14 minutes. But my friend Nick Reynolds comes. He's like, he was there on the show too. He, at 14 minutes, he walked up. And he's like, dude, what are you doing? 14 minutes. He just said it like from off stage. He's like, what are you doing? You're at 14 minutes. What's wrong with you? And we were supposed to be timed and watched by these JFL people, but they left for the last set. They don't care. They're just there to party. I thought they were going to look at my set and be like, oh, excuse me, your joke. You did 2 poo-poo jokes. Let's cut 1 poo-poo. Like, I thought they were going to be like, excuse me, I'm a joke monitor. I'm a joke. What is it called when you're like analyst? Not analyst. Someone who goes through everything. A joke counter. I don't know, some kind of a joke counter, but no, they didn't even watch. After I did that, people were like, oh, they don't care about that. Nobody cares. They just do it. It's like it's a festival. So it's like something to do. It's an excuse for a show. The show was amazing. It was packed. And I was the last guy, so nobody cared. They were just like, they were like, whatever, man. They didn't, that's what they were doing actually. They were just like hanging out. They weren't gone, but like they left their area and they were just hanging out. And then Nick came and he told me, and he's like, dude, you're 14 minutes, dude. It's like, oh shit. Because the crowd was there. It was good. It was a good show. I was just the last one.
Well, it's amazing that you lasted that long, right? Because I don't think I can last even 2 minutes.
I didn't know I could do that long. And I was freaking out on stage because I was like, I went with 7 minutes for Kevin Hart's thing. And I did that. And then I did more. And then I did more, and I'm like, holy shit, dude. I thought I was going to do 2 jokes on this and be done, or 2 like bits. And I remember being on stage, I'm like, man, I gotta do this bit for some other shit. I was thinking like that. I was like, I'm supposed to be on the CBC thing, and I have to make sure I can't do that bit. I don't have that many. I have like, I went to do a 7-minute set, so that's what I was working on. I don't have a comedy special even. Like I have like an hour. It's like, it's hard to go that long. But it was a long time. It was a while ago too. So yeah, it is hard to go 14 minutes. It was the first time I was like, holy shit, I did like 14 minutes.
But yeah, I mean, we got a great call ahead, and there's so many topics we need to cover. It's almost like we have unlimited topics, and I don't know why people struggle with topics, because I think we have like more topics than we can even cover in like the session. But what we're trying to do is we're creating something that Amish coined as the ACS, the Authority Content Systems, which is we found with our clients that they struggle with, in addition to like a lot of things, right? Like they don't know how to rank on YouTube, they don't know how to grow. But then one of the biggest things on YouTube is you need to be consistent with your content. And the reason why people are not consistent is because they have anxiety around filming. They're like perfectionists. They're like, I need to dress up. I need to, have everything perfect. I need to follow a script. So none of that, right? We're trying to take the pressure away, and we're saying, hey, just make it a talk show like this. Make sure you have your topics beforehand, like we do today, and we're gonna get right into those topics. But it just so simplifies the content creation process. So don't let that stop you from creating content. That have to be this perfect script, whatnot.
Yeah, there's so many. I mean, we were talking about before the show that like how intros. Like we spent half an hour on like how do we intro the show, and then it's like, who cares? We're just gonna cut the clip where we talk about the thing we want to talk about. It's really hard, man. That as a writer too, it's really hard to be like, even with comics, man. Like stand-up comedians, I've tried for years. It's hard to record us in a real conversation. It's a real skill, and it's something that we can get out of them. A big part of it is just like having your points down and just believing in what you're saying. And it's something that we are, we can coach people through it.
Would you say it's like improv?
It is. It's like, I would say you're writing, like for the people that we're working with, you need a combination of like, kind of like how we're writing our sales script, and then like maybe the one-liner from the sales script will be on everything, or like the branding tagline or whatever will be on all the products, but then certain things have different whatever, because they do that with movies too, right? So with them, I think what we need to do is we need to come up with certain like phrases that they use, certain like even today, one of the topics that we have later is called sales church. Because I've been taking a sales church, someone teaching how to write people's content, and I think a big part of it is just that kind of like sitting down to figure it out. Like people just, it's ambiguous, it's creative work that like people are just not sure what to do or where to start. And I think that's one thing about all these fake gurus that we watch. They are con artists. Like, I mean, I'm seeing people just selling like, hey, just make up a class and sell it. Like he's teaching people how to do that, but they do have an understanding. Like, and I've said this before, the sales teachings are the same as the con artist teachings are the same as the cult teachings. They're all this. It's the same curriculum. It's really just about, are you selling a real product or not? The curriculum's the same across the board.
Yeah. So
and Authority Content Systems, which I think is a fun title. Basically, usually I open the show by saying, I'm a comedian and Anand's a cult survivor. I get the laughs, he does the brainwash, and together we dominate your market. Now today we have John Paul here as well, and what we're realizing with Authority Content Systems is that it takes, you do need a bit of a team. Like basically the kind of clients that we need to get are people who are at that level where they're getting sales, and then it's time to be like, okay, let's just take this and repeat it in these other places. And so, I think Authority Content Systems, it's our system, and it will take like a team. Like we're basically turning into the Power Rangers now.
Basically, yeah. I mean, we're missing that Power Ranger today because he's all the way in India, but Waleed we gotta get him on our next call.
Yeah, Waleed is our fourth Power Ranger, and together we just make these marketing hitters basically. And I'm I want to, we should do an animation where each of you does a thing. It's like for VidGrowth or authority content system. So like you'd be the head, I guess, or you'd be the head. And then these two are like arms. And then I'll be like, wait for me, the comedian. And then I'll just jump up and I'm like the tail or something. Like, I'm the tail?
So this was the introduction. Now, editor, resume after I speak. Go ahead, just do a quick transition, Amish or Sir Anand, about the going to the ACS, just to keep organized.
That's
so
great.
10 minutes introduction. Now it's for the main dish, main meat. Go ahead, editor.
This is incredible. Now I'm saying we got to keep this because people are going to hear that. And then when they see the content, they're going to be like, holy shit.
I need a producer.
That's all I need. Because what's that?
Yeah, they'll be like, I need a producer now.
They're like, we need a producer. We need someone to write our bits and do our producing. Because you know what's going to happen? That is actually a good piece of like behind the scenes. To be like, editor, cut it there. And that's great. Because that is the biggest issue, dude. You know, a lot of people, I feel like when they have successful businesses, they're cocky and they want to talk their shit. So authority content systems, I never really explained the graphic. Let me explain the graphic real quick and then we'll transition over. Thanks, John Paul, though, for keeping us on track. That's great. But let me just finish this last thing about authority content systems and then we'll go into the three ways to find topics fast. So, what I wanted to do, the vision of the company and the graphics is I wanted to have like, when I say, hey, authority content systems, I get the laughs, Anand does the brainwash. I want it to be like, we have a guy laughing one way. So I'm making a guy laugh and he's like, whatever. We spin around, Anand's behind him doing some kind of reworking the wiring in his brain. He's installing some brand in there. He rewires it. And then as soon as he's like, check, he's like, that's good. And then we pull out, and whatever logo the guy's got on the back of his head.
It's a VidGrowth logo.
It's a VidGrowth logo, but it could be like your company. It's like your company, like we do that for your company, right? So if we have your company is on the back of his head now the camera zooms out and there's thousands of them. And they're all like, and then we say like, their lives are better because of your product, whatever. So now these people who are all like marching like that, they start marching into a pyramid. And at the top of the pyramid is our client.
It kind of reminds me of that music video, Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall. These kids are like just walking into like the meat grinder, basically.
I mean, yeah, like that. We're basically saying that's what society is, and our guy has a product that's tight. So don't be, whatever society, whatever little niche culture you're in. Everyone else is the guy taking you into the meat grinder. Our guy is taking you up to God, because you go up the pyramid. And here's the thing: I think they should grow up the pyramid, and we really got to frame it like you are an authority in your niche. So your niche says, this guy is our king. I buy his product every month because it's the best and he's got a tight philosophy of how he does it. And you're going to tell them the philosophy of how you made it and why it's the best and all that stuff. So you really build an authority in your niche. Everyone in your niche goes, you're great. And here's the thing. You as the guru, and that's why we're the guru's guru, because you are now a guru. You've raised the consciousness of all these people, and the money is in raising of the consciousness. So if your product is tight and you're improving their life, they come up, that comes back to you, comes back a little bit to us, a fraction to us. But that is what authority content systems, that's what we're trying to build out. So that's why you need 4 people. You need a 4-person team.